Hello and welcome to Mastermind with me, Clive Myrie. In the spotlight tonight are Tom McAndrew, a mechanical design engineer whose specialist subject is the planets of the solar system. Meg Stapleton, a policy manager. Her subject is the films of Kirsten Dunst. Teddy Fogel, a student. He'll be answering questions on the song cycles of Franz Schubert. And Mina Heath, a business development consultant. Her subject, the BBC drama series Shetland. Spare a thought for our 4 brave contenders tonight, willing to subject themselves to an experience I suspect most of you, dear viewers at home, wouldn't dream of contemplating. It is a special breed that's willing to do this, endure 2 minutes of questions on a specialist subject and 2.5 minutes on general knowledge, all while sitting in the famous black chair with the spotlight in their eyes and the clock ticking down. But the reward is priceless. The chance to win this astonishingly beautiful glass bowl and the title of Mastermind Champion. So can I ask our first contender to join us, please? Your name?
Tom McAndrew.
Your occupation?
Mechanical design engineer.
And your specialist subject?
Planets of the solar system.
The history and features of the 8 planets that orbit the sun and their respective moons. In 2 minutes. Here we go. Most of the planets in our solar system rotate from west to east, but Uranus and which other planet spin in the opposite direction?
Venus.
Yes. In 1989, Voyager 2 photographed a great dark spot around the size of the Earth in the southern hemisphere of which planet?
Neptune.
Yes, which astronomer who founded an observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona in 1894, created maps of what he thought were canals on the surface of Mars?
Schiaparelli.
No, Percival Lowell. The first 2 moons of Uranus to be discovered were named after Oberon and which other Shakespearean character?
Phoebe.
No, Titania. In July 1994, the Galileo space probe observed fragments of which comet colliding with Jupiter?
Shoemaker-Levy 9.
Yes, which of Saturn's moons is nicknamed the Death Star moon because of a giant impact crater that causes it to resemble a space station in the Star Wars film series?
Miras.
No, Mimas. What 3-word term is commonly used for the violent event that's believed to have occurred early in the history of the solar system, when changes to the orbits of the outer planets led to a sharp increase in meteorite impacts on the inner planets?
The late heavy bombardment.
Yes, in 1846, just 17 days after the discovery of Neptune, which British astronomer made the first observation of its largest moon, Triton?
John Herschel.
No, William Lassell. The lowest point on Mars is in which large impact basin where the atmospheric pressure on the crater floor is around double that at the rim?
Gall crater.
No, Hellas. In his essay on the stability of the motion of Saturn's rings, published in the 1850s, which scientists demonstrated that the rings could not be solid structures, but must instead be composed of numerous small particles orbiting the planet independently?
Christian Huygens.
No, James Clerk Maxwell. Which space probe launched... I've started, so I'll finish. Which space probe launched in 1972 was the first to fly past Jupiter?
Galileo.
No, it was Pioneer 10. So, Tom, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 4 points.
Thank you.
And our next contender, please. Your name?
Meg Stapleton.
Your occupation?
Policy manager.
And your specialist subject?
The films of Kirsten Dunst.
The award-winning American actress born in New Jersey in 1982. In 2 minutes. Here we go. Kirsten Dunst received an Oscar nomination for her performance in the 2021 Western The Power of the Dog as a widow with what first name?
Rose.
Yes, in Interview with the Vampire, Dunst's character, Claudia, is disgusted when she hears that Louis, her adopted vampire father, used to eat what animals?
Rats.
Yes, in Wimbledon, Dunst plays a tennis star named Lizzie Bradbury, who meets a veteran British player called Peter Colt, after the 2 of them are accidentally booked into the same room at which London hotel?
The Dorchester.
Yes, in The Virgin Suicides, when the school heartthrob Trip Fontaine sits next to Lux Lisbon in the school auditorium and tells her he's going to ask her out. What's her two-word response?
Fat Chance.
Yes, which American musician appears as a singer performing the songs Murder, He Says and You Belong to Me at the wedding reception of Betty Warren in Mona Lisa Smile?
Tori Amos.
Yes. What's the name of the high school attended by Betsy Jobs and her best friend Arlene Lorenzo in the 1999 film Dick?
Rosner High.
No, Hamilton High School. While dining at a taverna in Crete in The Two Faces of January, Dunst's character Colette McFarland asks her husband to explain which word from the taverna's name.
Asterion.
Yes, in Drop Dead Gorgeous, when Amber Atkins is asked out on a date by Brett Clemens, she explains that she can't make it as the funeral parlour where she works is very busy because it's what time of year?
Hunting season.
Yes, what's the name of the choreographer in Bring It On, whom Dunst's character, Torrance Shipman, the captain of the cheerleading team, hires to train them for the regional finals?
Sparky Pilastri.
Yes, the title of the film Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is taken from a poem by which English writer, whom Mary, Dunst's character in the film, quotes to her boss, Dr. Meerswack?
Alexander Pope.
Yes, during a handwriting lesson in The Beguiled, Edwina, the teacher, played by Dunst, tells one of her students to be careful with which letter of the alphabet.
E?
Yes, in the opening scene of Little Women, when Amy March welcomes her mother home, she uses... After it's all finished, she uses what word incorrectly, only to be put right by her sister Jo?
Exasperated?
No, expectorating. Meg, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 10 points.
Thank you.
And our next contender, please. Your name.
Teddy Fogel.
Your occupation.
Student.
And your specialist subject.
The song cycles of Franz Schubert.
The Viennese composer's three major song cycles written in the early 19th century, Die Schöne Müllerin, Winterreise and Schwanengesang. In 2 minutes. Here we go. Die Schöne Müllerin and Winterreise are settings of poems by which German poet who was about 2 years older than Schubert?
Wilhelm Müller.
Yes, in the 8th song in Schwanengesang, the singer sorrowfully likens himself to which figure from Greek mythology, lamenting that I bear the unbearable?
Atlas.
Yes, the cycle, Die Schöne Müllerin, about a young man's love for a miller's daughter, comprises how many songs?
20.
Yes, the first 12 poems in Winterreise, which Schubert initially set as a cycle in its own right, were first encountered by the composer in an almanac with what title?
Urania.
Yes, 7 poems by Ludwig Rellstab, which ultimately became part of Schwanengesang, were originally given by Rellstab to which other composer, who died before he could set them to music?
Ludwig van Beethoven.
Yes, the two birds in the song Rückblick, or Backwards Glance, from Winterreise, that are said to be singing in contest with one another are the lark and what other bird?
Crow.
No, the nightingale. Die Schöne Müllerin is dedicated to which amateur singer, a friend of Schubert, who was described as having a beautiful, noble-sounding, high baritone voice?
Karl von Schönstein.
Yes, a 2010 recording of Winterreise features Matthias Leubner accompanying the singer on what unusual instrument, which is mentioned in the final song of the cycle?
Hurdy-gurdy.
Yes, the first and last songs in Schwanengesang, known in English as Message of Love and The Pigeon Post, were both composed in what major key, which has been associated in Schubert's work with love and serenity?
G major.
Yes, the complete cycle of Die Schöne Müllerin was not sung in public until May 1856, almost 30 years after Schubert's death, when which German singer performed it at the Musikverein in Vienna?
Julius Stockhausen.
Yes, the second half of Winterreise opens with a song entitled Die Post, or The Post, which comprises 4 short stanzas that each end with what 2 words?
Pass.
Schwanengesang includes settings of 6 poems. I've started, so I'll finish. Schwanengesang includes settings of 6 poems from which poetic cycle by Heinrich Heine, published in the 1820s as part of both Reisebilder and, subsequently, Heine's Buch der Lieder?
The Homecoming.
It is Die Heimkehr, or The Homecoming. Teddy, at the end of that round, you had just a 1 pass. The second half of Winterreise opens with the song entitled Die Post, or The Post, which comprises 4 short stanzas that end with the 2 words, my heart. So at the end of that round, you've got 10 points.
Thank you.
And our final contender, please. Your name,
Mina Heath,
your occupation,
business development consultant,
and your specialist subject.
the BBC crime drama series Shetland.
The Scottish television series based on the crime novels of Anne Cleeves. In 2 minutes. Here we go. The main character in Shetland, Detective Inspector Jimmy Perez, is originally from which of the Shetland Islands?
Fair.
Yes, in episodes based on the novel Raven Black, the reclusive character Magnus Bane, who becomes a murder suspect after a body is found near his home, is played by which Emmy Award-winning actor?
Brian Cox.
Yes, which Scottish musician who wrote the theme and incidental music for the show is credited from Series 1 onwards as composer?
John Lunn.
Yes, when DS Alison Tosh McIntosh visits Glasgow with D.I. Perez in Series 3, she's disappointed to discover that a venue called the Snake Pit, where she was once a regular, is now a shop selling what products?
Candles.
Yes, the deep-sea diver Eamon Gowdy is in a decompression chamber when he receives a scrap of paper with what 3 words handwritten on it?
Silence is golden.
Yes, what's the name of the boat owned by the fisherman Callum Dunwoody that the team suspect has been used in a people trafficking operation in Series 5?
Silver Darling.
Yes, when Tosh stays overnight with her boyfriend Donny for the first time, she gets up to find him cooking sausages while wearing a diving mask and snorkel and listening to which Scottish band?
The Proclaimers.
No, Runrig. What mythical creature from Shetland folklore is the subject of a graphic novel by the young author Connor Cairns, who goes missing shortly after its launch?
The Wolver.
Yes. Ruth Calder, a detective inspector with the Metropolitan Police who arrives in Shetland at the start of Series 8 on the trail of a vulnerable witness to a gangland shooting, tells Tosh that she grew up near which place in the islands?
Brer.
No, East Row. In Series 9, D.I. Calder talks to Noah, a young boy who claims that on the night his mother was murdered, he saw something that looked like what dinosaur?
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
No, Brontosaur. In the various series, what official position is held at different times by the characters Rona Kelly, Maggie Keane and Harry Lamont?
Procurator Fiscal.
Yes, what book does Jimmy's friend Alice give to him, having written in it, found this and thought of you?
100 Years of Solitude.
It is 100 Years of Solitude. Mina, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 9 points.
Thank you.
At the end of the specialist subjects round, let's have a look at the scores. In 4th place with 4 points, it's Tom. In 3rd place with 9 points, it's Mina. And in joint 1st place with 10 points each, Meg and Teddy. So now it's general knowledge. And if there's a tie at the end, then the number of passes is taken into account and the person with the fewer passes is the winner. And if they're tied on passes as well, it's a tie break. So let's ask Tom to join us again, please. Tom, you start with 4 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. Which city in Bavaria is known in German as München?
Munich.
Yes, ungrammatical phrases such as I didn't do nothing or you're not going nowhere contain a construction known as a double what?
Negative.
Yes, from 1399 to 1461, England was ruled by 3 consecutive kings who each reigned under what first name?
Edward.
No, Henry. The title of what 2014 album by Taylor Swift is the name of the year in which she was born?
1989.
Yes, which Labour politician and Minister for Transport made seat belts in cars compulsory and later introduced the breathalyzer as part of the 1967 Road Safety Act?
Harold Macmillan.
No, Barbara Castle. What tight-fitting one-piece garment, typically worn by gymnasts and ballet dancers, is named after the French acrobat who designed it in the 19th century?
Leotard.
Yes, the British journalist Anthony Holden wrote the 1990 book Big Deal and its 2007 follow-up Bigger Deal about his attempts to earn a living playing which card game?
Poker.
Yes, what name derived from a Latin word for a lattice or screen is given to the part of a church that is normally used by the clergy and the choir?
Cops.
No, chancel. The dish, known as Bath chaps, is made using meat from the cheeks of what farm animal?
Cow.
No, Pig, the title of what television series first shown from 1996 to 2001 and originally starring Stephen Tompkinson as the priest Father Peter Clifford, is also the name of the fictional Irish village where it's set.
Pass.
Which river in southeast England flows northeast through Kent via Tunbridge and Maidstone before it empties into the Thames estuary near Sheerness?
The Test.
No, the Medway. What pre-decimal UK coin was known informally as a bob?
Pound.
No, shilling. In Chicago in May 2025, Mustafa Assal from Egypt won his first individual world championship in which sport?
Archery.
No, squash. Which British actor has played leading roles in the films For Weddings and a Funeral, Notting Hill and About a Boy?
Hugh Grant.
Yes, the term fax for a telecommunications technology once commonly used to transmit documents is an abbreviation of what word for a copy of something?
Facsimile.
It is facsimile. Tom, you had just the one pass. The title of the television series, starring Stephen Tompkinson, that's also the name of the fictional Irish village where it's set, Ballykissangel. Ah, you knew it. And at the end of that round, Tom, you've got 11 points.
Thank you.
Next up, it's Mina. Mina, you start with 9 points. The score to beat, as it stands, is 11 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. What imperial unit of weight is commonly abbreviated to the letters LB?
Pound.
Yes. In which European capital city are the Rembrandt House Museum and the Van Gogh Museum?
Amsterdam.
Yes. At the Academy Awards ceremony in 2025, the British author Peter Strawn won the Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay for what film starring Ralph Fiennes?
Pass.
Mongolia has a land border with Russia to its north and which country to its south?
China.
Yes, the Solheim Cup is a professional women's tournament for teams representing Europe and America in which sport?
Tennis.
No, golf. The hormone prolactin, which stimulates lactation in the mammary glands, is produced by which other gland in the human body?
Adrenal.
No, pituitary. Which group's 1979 album London Calling features on its cover a famous image of the band member Paul Simonon smashing his guitar on stage?
Blur.
No, The Clash. What name, derived from a Greek word meaning heated from below, is given to the ancient Roman system of heating a building by circulating hot air beneath the floor?
Thermal.
No, hypocaust. Between 2019 and 2024, contestants called Karina Lepore, Harpreet Kaur and Rachel Wolford were among the winners of what reality television series?
Love Island.
No, The Apprentice. What's the name of the Grace and Favour property near Burnham in Buckinghamshire that's made available for use by a UK cabinet minister, traditionally the Chancellor of the Exchequer?
Checkers.
No, Dorney Wood. Wheat is the French word for what number?
8.
Yes, the navigation system that uses a network of satellites known by the acronym Navstar to pinpoint a user's location anywhere in the world is better known by what 3-letter abbreviation?
GPS.
Yes, in the life cycle of an insect, what's the usual term for the adult stage?
Pass.
In the 19th century children's book by Carlo Collodi, what's the name of the woodcarver who creates the puppet Pinocchio?
Geppetto.
Yes, the wich suffix in the names of English towns such as Nantwich, Droitwich and Northwich indicates that a place was a centre for the extraction of what mineral?
Coal.
No, salt. The 1963 stage musical Oh What a Lovely War, devised by Joan Littlewood, is a satire on which 20th century conflict in particular?
Second World War.
No, it's the First World War. Mina, you had 2 passes. In the life cycle of an insect, the usual term for the adult stage is imago. And at the Academy Awards, Peter Strawn won an Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay for the film Conclave. And at the end of that round, Mina, you've got 15 points.
Thank you.
Next up, it's Meg. Meg, you start with 10 points. The score to beat as it stands is 15 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. If a person deals with a difficult challenge with courage and determination to continue, which parts of the body are said to be gritted?
Teeth.
Yes. What long-running UK television soap introduced the Skilbeck, Sugden and Wilkes families when its first episode was broadcast in 1972?
Carnation Street.
No, Emmerdale. Tunny is an alternative name for what edible marine fish?
John Dory.
No, tuna. An irrational number approximating to 2.236 is the square root of what whole number?
4.
No, 5. The American rapper born Jordan Carter in Atlanta in 1995 topped the UK albums chart in March 2025 with a release entitled Music under what stage name?
Kid Cudi.
No, Playboy Carti. What alternative process to washing clothes with water and detergents uses organic solvents such as perchloroethylene?
Dry cleaning.
Yes. In accountancy, a company's statement of financial performance or income statement is also known by the abbreviation P&L. In this context, P&L stands for what?
Pay and learn.
No, profit and loss. What term is commonly used to refer to a group of poets that includes Andrew Marvell, Henry Vaughan and John Donne, whose work was philosophical and highly intellectual?
Romantic.
No, metaphysical. What domesticated animal has a breed called the merino, which was developed in Spain and is noted for its fine wool?
Sheep.
Yes. Which Athenian dramatist who lived during the 5th and 4th centuries BC wrote plays entitled Wasps, Clouds and Frogs, among many others?
Socrates.
No, Aristophanes. The word bra for an item of underwear is short for what word?
Brassiere.
Yes. In what Oscar-winning 1967 film did Sidney Poitier first play the Philadelphia detective Virgil Tibbs?
In the Heat of the Night.
Yes. Lake Balaton is a popular visitor attraction in which Central European country?
Peru.
No, Hungary. Which prestigious race at the 2025 Cheltenham Festival was won by a horse called I Know the Way You're Thinking, who beat the previous dual winner of the race, Galopin des Champs, into second?
Grand National.
No, it was the Cheltenham Gold Cup. What religious movement was founded in the 1950s by the American author L. Ron Hubbard and grew out of a self-help system known as Dianetics?
Scientology.
Yes, in the House of Lords. What name is given to independent peers not affiliated? I've started, so I'll finish. In the House of Lords, what name is given to independent peers not affiliated to any party? Because, by tradition, they sit in the middle of the chamber at right angles to the government and opposition members.
Crossbench.
They are crossbenchers. So, Meg, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 17 points.
Thank you.
And finally, let's have Teddy again, please. Teddy, you start with 10 points. The score to beat to get through to the semi-finals is Meg's 17 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. In the 2024 film subtitled One Love, Kingsley Ben-Adir portrays which reggae singer?
Bob Marley.
Yes, although in the UK the word billion was previously used to refer to a million, it's now widely acknowledged to mean how many million?
1,000.
Yes, which US president who served in the role in the early 19th century owned a plantation in Virginia called Monticello?
Thomas Jefferson.
Yes, which Latin American country has a name that translates from Spanish as rich coast?
Costa Rica.
Yes. What term for a person who speaks several different languages is derived from Greek words meaning many and tongue?
Polyglot.
Yes. The Almondsbury interchange just north of Bristol is the point where the M4 meets which other motorway?
The M1.
No, the M5. In finance, a market on an upward trend is known as a bull market, while a market on a downward trend is referred to by what corresponding animal name?
Bear market.
Yes, at Paris Fashion Week in March 2025, the British designer Sarah Burton showcased her debut collection as the new creative director of which French fashion house?
Dior.
No, Givenchy. What's the collective name for the emotionless Doctor Who villains originally from the planet Mondas, who have had their human flesh replaced with metal and plastic parts?
Daleks.
No, Cybermen. Which American scientist was awarded the 1939 Nobel Prize in Physics for his invention of a particle accelerator known as the cyclotron?
Enrico Fermi.
No, Ernest Lawrence. As well as being a test cricket venue, Edgbaston is also the home ground of which county club?
Warwickshire.
Yes, the Roger Hargreaves character, Mr. Bump, is which primary colour?
Red.
No, blue. In September 2024, Mike Nesbitt was confirmed as the new leader of which political party in Northern Ireland?
DUP.
No, the Ulster Unionist Party. A song entitled Brandy, which reached number 12 in the UK in 1971, was a hit single a few years later for Barry Manilow, with what slightly different title?
What a Fine Girl.
No, Mandy. The Sheldonian Theatre, designed by Christopher Wren in the 1660s, is in which English city?
Oxford.
Yes, the British journalist Emma Tucker left her post as editor of the Sunday Times in 2023 to become editor-in-chief at which American daily newspaper based in New York?
The Wall Street Journal.
Yes, the meadow, the creeping and the bulbous are three. I've started so I'll finish. The meadow, the creeping and the bulbous are three of the most common species in Britain of what plant of the genus Ranunculus, with small, bright yellow flowers often seen on lawns and in fields and parks?
Daffodil.
No, buttercup. Teddy, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 19 points. You've done it.
Thank you.
So let's have a look at the final scores. In fourth place with 11 points, it's Tom. In third place with 15 points, it's Mina. In second place with 17 points, it's Meg, which means in first place with 19 points, it's Teddy. So he goes through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to him. If you'd like to be a contender in the next series, please go to our website, bbc.co.uk/mastermind, and you can follow us at Mastermind Quiz. Join us again next time for more Masterminds. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
I can't quite believe it. I never thought I was going to win my heat. It's really come as a bit of a surprise to me.
And your specialist subject?
The song cycles of Franz Schubert. I've been a musician since I was really young, and I have a Gen Z attention span, and I'm used to 3-minute songs, and Franz Schubert's music is just this beautiful blend of this concise, beautiful songs combined with the melodic. I think he's one of the greatest melodic writers ever, so it's really my favorite kind of music. Urania.
Yes.
Carl von Schoenstein.
Yes.
The Homecoming.
It is.
I was pretty happy with my specialist subject round, but at the same time, I know the other contestants were also playing very well. I know Meg had the same score as me, and I had a pass going into the general knowledge round, so I was a bit stressed at that point. My family supported me at home, my mum, my grandma, my auntie, and especially my dad, who's been constantly pushing me to keep revising for this. It would be a dream come true for me to win the Mastermind Glass Bowl. I've been watching this show since I can remember, so it would be absolutely brilliant to win.